Greetings and welcome, my subjects, to another episode of Let's Play Warsim, the realm of Aslona. We're currently living in the year of 112 of me. We have lots of gold. I should really spend it. I'll buy another 100 soldiers. That solves most of my money problems, and that I no longer have the money. Gorin the Noble. I don't think you're quite done working yet. I mean, you finally have skill enough. I forgot to check. If they actually gained a level, but you know. It sure is probably fine. I mean, it's just money. And let's just keep on looking in the southern lands. Ooh, the lava pit. The lava pit is believed to be a gateway to the world of demons, worshipped by a few. The pit is feared by most. The lava burns all it touches. I could sacrifice peasants. I don't think it does anything though. I won't. It probably won't do much for my popularity. Wander aimlessly. Right, well that's all fine and dandy, but you know, not all much else I can do. Oh right, let's actually go to the Slavers' Fort, buy 50 slave soldiers. And that's enough for now. I'm just gonna kill the rebels now. I think I'm strong enough. Invade. You can only kill off a faction by completely taking over all their lands. No peasants. 300 slave soldiers. I'll send 400 of my own soldiers. And 4 knights. That was the knight. Didn't do the report. Maybe one of them went off questing or something. That can sometimes happen. Alright, well, we outmatched them, so let's just begin. We lose 21 men. We gain 1 land. Yay! Alright, so... Sigurd the Jackal has learned nothing. But at least we gained 1,000 gold from my harvest. Let's see, we gain peasants. Alright, we're still gaining peasants, which is good. And... Right, so the bandits are still bashing themselves against the dynasty of Kamul. Still not found a use for the mercenary companies. Let's have a look at them. The Platinum Hawks. They have a total of 1 land, and they are 78 Platinum Rangers. They attack 3 attacks per year. Not entirely sure what that means. Considering a turn is a year apparently, so they attack 3 times in that turn. Really? Anyway, well, let's assess them. Yeah, a group of well-trained warriors. Still, there's only 78 of them. And for a one-off attack, well, I'll consider it. The Midlands Sharpshooters. The cost is a lot. Not that much. They have 53 Midlands Macemans, total 1 lance, and 5 attacks per year. Group is currently available for hire, but they charge a prepare invasion to cover the risk involved. Let's assess them. Impressive group of elite veterans. Ooh. Leader is Kran the Freckled. The leader stats of 109. Well, I suppose that's not bad. And the Platinum Hawks. What about Dender the Black-Hearted? He's better. I think I'm gonna hire one of these guys to raid the Tigerman. So let's see, the Grey Bannered Circle, 277 Grey Bannered Scouts, 3 attacks per year, available for hire. Unimpressive bunch of recruits. Alright, so they're not really all that well. Azel the Unwell, yeah, that doesn't sound all that impressive. Let's see about how much information I can find on mercenary groups. Why can't I find such stuff on my enemies? Ooh, 185 tall war masters. They're not even that expensive. Let's see, let's assess them. An impressive group of elite veterans. And Farron the Dark Warlord. 222. You are indeed very good. Well, they want extra money. How much money do I have? 8,000. Let's go with the Platinum Hawks. I don't think we need all that much interesting stuff. Hire for one attack. We want to attack the United Sodom of Thruer. And I want you to raid. Alright, so we don't have anyone near the war score. Oh, the raid was a failure, then they are slain. Ah well. The Platinum Hawks are destroyed. That's just a little bit of gold. If only they were better. Ah well. There were any soldiers left. Well, let's hire another 50 or so. And let's see, let's hire 4 knights. That's probably enough. Alright, let's explore the southern lands. On a group of 2 masterless soldiers, the leader steps forward and says he and his men will join you for no less than 40 gold each, which is a bargain since soldiers are 50. So that's some free soldiers. Yay! I mean, it's just 2, but you know. All kingdoms start small, I guess. Don't think there's anything else I want to do. I mean, I could hire more slave soldiers, but I don't think I need to. We just attack the rebels, invade, no peasants. 300 of my slaves, 300 of my slave soldiers. I'll send 450 of my soldiers, 6 of my knights, 1,000 of my bandits, and all of you, because you never seem to die. Alright. They must be getting real desperate. Perhaps their troops are getting more concentrated with fewer lands to defend. Yeah, we lost a lot of men this time around. Well. We still gained the land from the rebels. Ooh, we are being attacked by the rebels. The militia have sent 321 troops to assist the defense. We've defeated the attackers. Yeah. This time around it's not so easy, is it? A small group of retired mercenaries pledged to join me. 60 peasants into soldiers. 902 gold. Pink Hills march through your lands, unchallenged and call for your death. Public opinion lowers. Bastards. I will deal with you in time. Still not much in rent. 151 peasants. So we're still gaining peasants, I think. Rebels enlist 0 new soldiers from their 1 lands. Makes your total troops 0. You know what? I think I see my next target. Alright. Yeah, public opinion is a little bit lower. I don't know if there's a critical number that you must avoid to hit. Right. Let's hire 15. Bring our troops up to a total of 1,000. That seems like a nice number. I currently have 12 knights. Let's hire 3 more. I could hire more goblin tribals, but I don't see the point. Let's explore the realm. Let's go north again. Oh, the Brawler's Pit. The Brawler's Pit. Now, if I had enough gold, I could buy it and then earn money steadily from just owning the Brawler's Pit, which is, you know, an easy way to make money. Not entirely sure it's the best way, but it makes money steadily. And I think you can also do it, so let's watch a fight. Now, this is how the Brawler's fights go. So one-eyed goblin lands a light punch on the opponent, a dirty goblin misses the opponent, and they punches back, until someone runs out of hit points. And I'm thinking, that's sort of a lot of detail that goes into this fight, compared to the other fights we've had. Now I get that you really have to compress how much you show of a fight where pretty much thousands of people are fighting, because you can't show everything. But even against the champion fights, it's not anywhere near as detailed as this fight. I wonder why that is. Well, maybe it just is a better way of visualizing it. A lost knight. Yay! An extra free knight that I have to pay for. Well, let's have a look at the throne room. 6 people, eh? Rescue. His employment with you ends as he feels threatened. Alright, fine, you can leave. Send to the next visitor. Game Master, alright then. How much is your skill? 95? Fine. Sojora the Underworld Mare. And now no more of this nonsense. Alright, the Dark Tiger Man, I'll accept him. Another Dark Tiger Man soldier. I mean, they're not really useful in other ways. Cloaked Man arrives in your court and claims to be a changeling. He says for a gold coin you can change his face. I'll give him a gold coin. Yay! Alright. I'm not gonna pay him to do the dance to the changeling, am I? Yeah, sure I am. Alright, that animation needs to be a little bit slower, I think, because it's just a little bit too... what's the right word? Darn, I can't think of the thing. Seizure inducing. Yeah, that's the word. I mean, it's neat that it scrolls past all the possible faces. No, I'm not gonna do that twice. No, I'm still not gonna do that again. Send them away. Stop that. Right, another fruit. I'll take it. And now I need to hire another head diplomat. Right, Tybert the Royal. That's expensive. For a skill of 80, not worth it. Alright, Kamko the Fool. That's decent. Still not worth it. And Haldir the Loyal. I'm gonna go with Haldir the Loyal. And you can train. And you can train. And you can train. Alright, we have explored. Let's end the turn. Hey, the nobility sends a large reserve of gold to hate the cause. Sweet. Oh, the rebels are destroyed. Well then, we'll attack the painkillers. Didn't see that they were destroyed. No peasants. 200 of my slave soldiers. 500 of my soldiers will do. Send 10 of my knights. 1,000 of my bandits. 100 golden tribals. I don't think they're all that strong, but you know, need to get these bandits out of my way. So skirmish. We're being attacked by the United Tsardom. Alright, we'll watch the battle. We lost some men, but you know, we've killed pretty much all of them. Alright, something is not entirely right here. It just said the rebels were destroyed, yet they're somehow able to enlist 10 new soldiers from their one lands. Something is wrong here. Oh, no, that's not the screen I want. Yeah, they're still around, apparently. Right, what's going on here? Also, let's get the nobility quarters. Alright, explore the realm, Northlands. Ooh, the Shallow Rock Mine, the Greenskin Mining Company. You come across the Shallow Rock Mine, which is currently held by the goblins who claim to be the Greenskin Mining Company and kindly request I leave. Can I speak to the leader? Scroat, the leader of the Greenskin Mining Company, approaches you and greets you. He says his mine has 600 miners working hard to get as much of the mines as he can. He says the miners were mostly from an old goblin camp that was little more than civilized than others like the Krut and Iraq. I could offer to buy the mine, but I don't have that much money. I could attack, but that seems kind of mean. So I'll probably do it sometime in the future, but for now I want to attack the rebels. Invade. No peasants. 200 of my slave soldiers. 500 of my regular... Actually, we'll go with 750 because we are attacking the last strongholds, which means we'll have to actually attack the main castle. 10 of my knights. 10 of my knights. Let's bring all thousands of my thing in. Well, all of you, if you wish to join. I didn't check if there were any waiting for me. Alright. They have almost nothing. Alright. So this is first outside. We kill all the soldiers. You have slaughtered the garrison at the rebel capital. Your men rush into the main keep to fight the remaining defenders. So basically we now have to kill all the elite guards. Which is, you know, I don't know how strong they are, but apparently not that strong, or they were simply overwhelmed. They killed soldiers, rebel lords, Rhesus the Slayer, and Federal the Kingslayer. Now Rhesus the Slayer is the general, I think, of the enemy. But you know, we gained one land from the rebels. Victory! Congratulations, my king. The rebellion is crushed, and Federal the Kingslayer rots in the ground. There are some who now declare their allegiance to you. So get 10 opinion, 5 knights, 100 soldiers, 10 bandits, 10 tribals, and 200 peasants. Sweet. So now the rebels are gone. Gone and forgotten. Public opinion is still in the tank, but you know, overall things are looking good. But I think I've pretty much shown you pretty much everything you can see at the present time in the current state of the game. Because pretty much this goes on ad infinitum. You can attack enemy kingdoms, steal their gold, steal their land, kill their soldiers. And once you've defeated them all, the game will simply give you an option to look for more lands and more people to kill, which it will then generate, which might be fun for you to try for a while, but eventually you'll just run out of things to do because, well, there is a point where even that becomes less interesting. And let me just quickly save the game here. Just in case I want to come back to this at some point in the future. Now let's load a game. Of my specifically named save file. Yes, update my save. It will do this every time, by the way. But it is an older save. When I played a little bit further. We're living now in the year 280. Which means if my king was... Let's be generous and say he was 16 when he was crowned. Would make him... I'm gonna cheat here. I mean, we still have to take 100 off. Where's the calculator on this thing? There it is. Alright, so 200... 280 minus 100. I can't do that in my head. Damn it. 16. Alright, so my king would now be 164 years old. I'm thinking there should probably be a limit on that, unless there is an item in the game that gives you immortality. But even so, there should probably either be an event somewhere along the line where you pass the crown over to your child, whoever that is. Or there should be an event that definitely announces that death is coming, and you should probably wrap up the legacy for the game. Otherwise, this game will just go on forever. But as you can see, I have a public opinion of 490, which I don't think is ever capped off. yeah, I'll just finish my thoughts here. I have 50 lands. I am pretty much uncontested. I mean, if you just go to the kingdom reports, I have 9,000 peasants, 4,000 soldiers, and that's not even the high point, because I've basically been throwing my soldiers against the demon horde, which they can't win because they're just too weak. But that's really the only way I have for either to make money, otherwise just have to sell the soldiers every time, and I don't want to do that. That's just annoying. Lots of bandits, some knights, well, 280 knights of course, and 600 goblins. I don't have any slaves and slave soldiers, that's for a specific reason, because I have abolished slavery, which you can do. If you can see my income report, I still earn a pittance in rents from my 15, that's not right, but you know, 15 lands apparently is the limit, even though I have 50. I still earn some trading from various places, which is almost nothing. My bandits pillaged some gold from Krut in Iraq, and I earned some gold from the harvest. As for, like for instance, my staff, I still have Old Kroll, the head diplomat. I have been training him up. He's 115 now. Not great, but you know, he never leaves. My spy master, Sir Gimham Steelfist. Quite good, but you know, I need to get him up to 200, and at some point I just stopped caring about training him. I have a court jester, which only tells orc jokes. If ugly were a crime, the entire orcish race would have rotted in dungeons long ago. So his jokes are not terrible, but you know, look, asking him for a joke is basically just meh. And my general Almaf the veteran, because Gore the Pikener at some point asked to retire, much like how my spy or my head diplomat in the other playthrough did. But you know, this guy has been with me for a while, and you know, he served me quite faithfully. I have a game master, of course, who is not particularly good, but you know, I just got tired of looking at sudden death. And a court musician, which is Gnorbit the Whistler. So play me a song. A little song. You know, he's not bad. Kind of fun. As for exploration, I've explored everywhere. I've explored everything, so there's not much anything to explore, and you know, it's fun and all. You see the ruins of the slave fort? Yeah, I destroyed that after I bought it. And there's plenty of places to investigate. But as you can see, some of these places are not yet coded. The fact that they are named, I think, is fine, because, you know, especially the end. But, yeah, there's nothing for me to explore anymore. And, you know, there's also a lot of these question marks, which I wonder, are they going to be filled in at some point? Because it's a little bit arbitrary, because there's, you know, named places after the question marks, which, you know, are question marks supposed to be something else? But, you know, and in the southern lands, indeed, there's demons here. I didn't want to go there. See, I have Fort Kulak, which is manned by, let's see, Fenaro Corison, which is basically just a champion that I hired on the spot when I took over the fort. Yeah, didn't really care a lot much, but you know, again, much blank spaces. But there is the Demon Gate. Now, I could attack the Demon Gate, of course, but there's 250,000 demons, and as we've already seen, demons are quite powerful. I just simply do not have the troops capable of defeating these guys, and defeating them doesn't seem to be the point. It doesn't matter though. But I think you get the point about me exploring this place. And of course there is the other buildings you can visit. Because I build a lot of stuff. I built the Grand Library, which gives a couple of interesting tidbits about the realm, but other than that, I mean, the reference guide could be useful, I suppose. Except for Centaur, I think, yeah, because that does nothing. The Centaur does nothing. In the fiction section, yeah. Some of these stories are interesting enough to watch, but yeah. The artifact hall is a little bit more important, as there are a couple of artifacts I have, particularly the demon shield, for instance, which you get, by the way, you get either from, you know, coming across it accidentally, but most of these are just bought from the artifact market. The demon shield sets strong on your walls. You feel safe and protected, knowing the demon horde can do no harm while you have it, which, you know, renders the entire threat of the demons moot if they can't attack me. I mean, they can render some of my lands barren, perhaps, but they can never attack me. I also have the Ancient Scythe of Fertility. Or something. And well, I did also have one encounter in the throne room where someone asked me to bless a sword, which I think could have been an artifact, but I didn't take it, because I just didn't feel like taking it. Some of these things I don't know what they do. Like the Gauntlet of that's Demon Shield. That's the Gauntlet of Frost. Push the pedestal that holds the Gauntlet of Frost. You feel a cold chill down your spine as you're near it. The Fragment of the Stone of Denland. The pedestal that holds the fragment of the Great Stone of Denland. It gives off a positive magical energy. No idea what it does. And Friend of the Fearful. Let's see. Pedestal that holds the Friend of the Fearful. You feel happy as you approach the orb. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, there's the barracks. I could train my bandits and tribals into soldiers or into berserkers if I want to, or upgrade them into grand barracks if I want. And the Hall of the Order, which I can use to visit the Knightly Order that I've started. But since I don't have the Rebellion or Abandoned Horde, there's not really much point in having them at the moment. I mean, I asked them to assist the main army in defense, but nobody bothers to attack me because, you know, I am the strongest one around. But I think that pretty much just says everything about my current thoughts on the game. I enjoy it for what it is, but I'll probably enjoy it more when it's actually finished. And, you know, it's not bad, but it definitely needs an end game, because eventually you'll just get bored with doing the same thing over and over again, as, you know, nothing really happens in the end when you have a steady income, enough troops to keep out whatever enemies come, and if you have your right artifacts, the demons don't even bother you. So what do you do? How does it end? But in any case, I'll leave it to you to decide whether or not this game is worth your time, or if you even wish to play it. It's available on Steam at the moment, I think, in early access, beta. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.